guarantee. Who knows? I may be arrested for what I'm saying now. The sad part is we have nowhere to run to. Protesting peacefully, we can't. So, Nich Katwishi, I'm Mapalo Yuzia. Good day. Thank you for your message, Mapalo. This message says there are two faces to a rat, the one that bites and the one that soothes the bite. I don't remember a time in the country of joy and peace where they have allowed a protest of that importance to proceed simply because the mighty hidden hand is always at work. I'm Kavinga in Dola. And hi, Sun FM. My comment comes in light of the statement made by Milupi regarding the withdrawal of funding to the health sector. This regime, led by an economist and full of blunders, they need to take a leaf from Levi Mwanawasa, who acted diligently when Sweden and other Scandinavian countries withdrew funding, and 27 billion kwacha was paid back. Then Kashiwa Bulaya and others got jailed. I'm Brian from Indola. Thank you for your message. This message says, good morning, guys. You know, governing is not easy all the time. People want laws that protect them, thereby sitting on the rights of citizens. And now policemen are tools of protection. Then this message says, hi, Sun FM. It seems as if the Information and Media Ministry has been taken over by the ruling party's media team, and every minister who speaks louder. Go east and ignore the west would do more harm than good to this country. If caught between the crossfire of two giants, ignoring scandals in the Ministry of Health, Agriculture and Energy and Mines, etc., and trading on people's rights and freedoms won't solve anything. Brothers.
All right, thanks for your text messages. And in December, we had an interview with the HBK soccer tournament. And today we are going somewhere else, as that tournament yielded something that's come up on the show today. You know, Ndola City has how many teams? How many football teams do you know in Ndola City?
Really, Steve?
Yes.
Are you trying to embarrass me? Because you're succeeding without fail.
Because this is rocket science, team. This is
of course it is.
It's crazy.
Is Zeska United from you?
Yes. She's Zeska
I got one correct
every day.
I got one correct.
And then we got Zafiko has what?
Forest Rangers,
there we
yes.
go. And then we have Ndola United, which is owned by...
How would I know?
The council.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for making me look so lost on my own show, Steve.
That's as far as I go. That's as far as I go, because those are the only ones I care about. But if the new ones were good for it. So we have the Ndola City Football Club, which has been set up now, and there's got a young team here. We got Medson Nguni, who's in the studio with us this morning. Medson, how you doing?
I'm alright, Steve. How are you?
All right, he's the organizer. And then we have Johnson Chuda, the coach for this same team. Good morning.
Morning, Steve. How are you?
Good. And we have Luwunda Chiwe, co-founder. Looks very young, but he's co-founder of Ndola City FC.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
It's exciting story. I can't wait to tell it.
Yeah, I can't wait to listen about it. So let's start from with the HBK soccer tournament, and then bring us to speed on what's happening right now.
Alright, so this past December, we had the HBK tournament.
Yeah.
It was a great success, I would say. We had about 16 teams participate, and it went well. So now we've come to deliver on our message, saying we'll find at least clubs out there looking for players, and would connect those players to the club. That's how we have our Central City co-founder here now, and he will tell us the rest.
Yeah, tell us the story.
Thank you so much for the platform, Steve.
Well, and welcome to the Sun of Breakfast Show, by the way.
I'm very happy to be here, honestly. Yeah, so where do we start? So I'm here in Dola actually because of the team that we created last year, actually 2 years ago in 2023 in August, Central City FC in Lusaka.
Central City FC?
Yes,
okay.
Central City FC in Lusaka. Very young team, just like the owner, loads of young boys.
How old are you? I mean, I don't want to ask. I mean, you're not a lady,
It's
so
okay.
you can say.
I'm 19. I'm a 19-year-old boy.
19-year-old boy, co-founder of a team.
Yeah, very proud. I'm very happy to be lucky to be in this position.
Yeah.
But yeah, so even the way it started myself, I do play football. I was lucky to play for Atletico Lusaka youth team. And when I was playing for them, I wasn't that great, honestly. I was okay. And I wanted to improve. So there I went to talk to the coach at that time. I said, hey, look, here I feel out of place. I want to play ball, and he could see it. He said, no, you know what, young boy, you have talent, but you need to work on a few things. So come here, let's train, let's work outside. I was like, okay, where are we going to be meeting? So he stayed in Chipata compound. His name is Esen Mubanga. and I stayed in very
His
far.
name's who?
SC Muvanga.
As in Ace?
SCN, like
SCN.
the football player, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was like, he was like, nah, you know what? You just have to train. He stayed in Chipata. I stayed across Lusaka, if you know it well, in Ibex. So early in the morning before I go for training, I would jump on 2 buses. I go there, I train. In 3 months, like I saw crazy improvement. You know, the people would say I wasn't good. Like they were saying, how you doing this? How you at this level?
So hard work actually works.
Pardon?
Hard work actually works.
Actually works, you know.
Yeah.
It was a story, but I believed it to the point that I had to share it with everyone. You know what I mean? So my friends would ask here and there. Long story short, they started training with me from 5 people training with me to 10 to 20, and it was enough for a team. So you're like, you know what? Around that time, it was around May when the season was just finishing. Most of those guys didn't even have teams.
Yeah.
So, Jason and I, you know what? We can make a team. We can throw in these players into the FAS U19 league. Yeah, big up to FAS for these youth leagues that they created. We just tried, you know, by luck, and boom, we entered the team. So I'm sure you're wondering, okay, football is expensive to run. How are you funding it?
Yeah, I mean, we have like Ghana being funded by a mining
corporate
company.
organizations, exactly.
Zanaco is being funded by Zanaco. You know, Zesco United being funded
All of
by
that stuff, exactly.
So who is Central City being sponsored by? You guys?
So
you
Central City is
19-year-olds?
It's very special because Central City is sponsored by the people for the people. So we had to think of a way. I was 17 at that time. I had no money, you know. Coach Essen was also just pushing. So how are we going to do it? The same boys that wanted to play in this league said, okay, you know what? This level of training exposure that we're getting, the teams that we play for, it's a bit unique in the way that we don't get it anywhere else. So you know what? We'll invest in the same thing. So all of us contributed for a whole season consistently. We managed to finish that season really, really well.
Like Zambian kids did that?
Zambian kids, passionate. I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying football is special, as it's not just a sport. The passion is so crazy. For a whole season, a whole year, you have people removing their own funds, sacrificing just to play a sport, you know?
Yeah.
And that taught me the first thing. This football thing is very powerful, and it's a big gift that God has given us. And there's so many kids, just like those guys who we started with, that are crying for that opportunity to learn the right way and be exposed to make their dreams come true.
You know, I always say this, like, I mean, if you're like a member of parliament in some area and you want your kids to get off drugs and all these things, I mean, just put a proper football pitch.
That's it.
Give them a few balls and make sure that it's organized, and you'll be good.
No, that's it.
And as a coach, I mean, what do you see sports doing for young people?
I mean, it really changes lives. Personally, for myself,
Yeah.
it really got me off vices that would really have messed up my life at a young age, of which really I've come to learn as a young coach. I'm quite young in coaching. Just got my license last year.
It seems like everybody's young on this panel.
I'm not that young though.
Apart from me.
Yeah. So coaching and football on its own, it really changes lives. You get kids away from these vices of drugs and all that away. If a kid is spending, let's say, maybe 10 or 15 hours on the field playing football, being found around players and all that, it really helps out.
Yeah.
Of course, we end up coming up with these stars at a young age, which are trying to push with this academy coming through by helping out kids, pushing them with their careers. Those that don't have the ability or the capacity to help themselves, this is a platform that are trying to come up just to push those kids to go up and get there to their dreams.
Yeah, but
Obviously, this is something that's new. How are you scouting for talent?
Okay, scouting for talent is something that's quite difficult if you think of it. But when you come to the field of play, just like he said, put both the balls there. You would definitely see that, and just let the kids play. You would definitely start spotting the talent in there. But it's us, the coaches, who have to do the work of coming in, trying to help them sharpen their skills and all those. So it's kind of a 50-50 thing. The kid has to put in that hard work. Just as we said, we are the coaches. We have to understand and be patient with them because they are kids. We're dealing with kids, so we have to be patient and have the skills to understand and listen to the kids and try and help them out, make their own stories. This is what we're trying to push through.
I'm sorry. I'm going to say something that's going to be maybe an unpopular opinion, but I mean, football has been always known like it's not for Mwanamayati. You know what I mean? It's for our combine. I mean, they have a dream to be the next biggest player, and most of the times it works. Most of the time it doesn't work. But I mean, I've never gone into Kansenshi and everything and seen young boys so interested in football as much as it's been the past like 10 years. Like we've seen like a lot of young people from not like poor backgrounds wanting to do this. Where is the motivation coming from?
So basically, I think I've always wondered and thought, why is it that? Because it's not a secret. I come from an okay family, a good background, you know. So why is it that most of the football stars that make it from not just Zambia, Africa,
are from the dirt poor?
Yeah. So what I've come to understand, families see, because it's a stigma, they believe if there's football involved, school is not there.
Yeah.
And the way it works in Africa, the way the system is set up in Zambia, school is way more superior than whatever football salaries are paying.
Yeah.
Here, it's obviously different in Europe. And because of that, parents have a lot of influence on players, and they wouldn't encourage their boys to play football. Now, that is exactly the thing that we had to think of how to tackle, which is why we're not just a football academy, but we're a pathway program. What do I mean by that? In just 9 months last year, we've managed to secure, through our partners, Vision to Africa, the organization in America that help provide scholarship opportunities. About 5 of our boys have gotten scholarship opportunities to the United States. So once you understand that football isn't just a sport for playing and making it, but it's actually a vehicle to take you to your unique desired destination, then the whole story changes. Apart from Vision to Africa, we partnered with another international organization, which is actually the joint venture that we're doing here in Dola, called Sportsme 360 in Poland, which do the exact same thing. They take boys that are talented in football but use it as a vehicle to do school and football, and then your opportunities widened. I think with that, it gives parents the comfort to understand that no. Just because actually your son or your daughter needs school to combine football to extend.
Because I mean, the greatest players in the world started when they were very young.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, these days, Muzambi mfaya kutampa muli 19 ati okay, but adi kwa tako kamo. He plays football as well, but I mean, that's why people have to lie about their ages later on, because that's when they make it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 35 years old, you still look young, and you've made it, but no one's going to hire you at 35.
Yeah.
So you're going to be 25.
Yeah,
I mean, to
Can I
fix
ask though, since this is a football academy, are you only working with male players? What about my daughter? What about the girl child, the next person who's
next
female?
Barbara Banda? Yeah.
100%. So that's also something we believe that has been, because I feel like Zambia is a land of opportunity, right? But I feel there's not enough, we're not taking enough stand, you know. So that's also something that is completely open at our academy.
Okay.
We're both, we just officially opened registration about 3 days ago.
3 days ago.
Yeah, but we have for both boys and girls to join our academy. But I'd love to talk more about that and a bit how we set the foundation to even have the confidence to come here and say we're going to have an academy this year. It's going to be just as successful as the one in Lusaka, but even more.
Why in Dola though?
Why? Zambia is so big. Lusaka has a lot of stuff. So what we did in Lusaka for 9 months, apart from the scholarship stuff we secured, we also had 2 boys in the under-17 national team that played AFCON and are going to World Cup, Vincent Mutondo and Golo Chimume Kontami. One of the boys, actually, we got from Pongwe, which is very close to Ndola. Yeah. We stays in a campus in Lusaka, and he's doing really well. So that means the talent isn't just in Lusaka. It's just like that's where the opportunity is.
Medicine, Ndola.
Yeah.
What's sports looking like? What's football looking like?
The great thing about Indola is most areas for sporting events are close by, unlike Lusaka. So kids don't really have to spend much on transport.
Yeah.
So I think that's another motivation, saying, okay, if I can get to the field, what's stopping me from getting to the field? So we just have to keep on reaching out to the same kids through these same programs we're trying to push, tournaments, new clubs coming up. We need backing, let's say, from bigger officials, corporate companies, because there's only so much we can do at our age, but we're not saying we won't try.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen there's a new FAST president. I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I'll start with you.
No, the way
I know. you know, every time
Let the boy speak.
you know, I'm going to say it. I mean, you know, I'm saying this because I always feel like, you know, it's so political. Like FAST is so political.
True.
I mean, how are you as the young teams looking at the new FAST president? How does that inspire you, or does it make you? Do you feel detached from it?
No, I think there's so many of us that are passionate about the game.
Yeah.
So many of us, and we all need to get involved. So the former president did his part. So I feel the new one has a lot of energy and he has a lot of ideas. I'm yet to meet him. Can't wait to meet him and to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm doing my part. That's what I can say, and I believe he's there to support us. So I believe that he will. Yeah.
All right. So young coaches, I mean, how are you getting your start easy? How is the coaching in working out in Zambia, especially as young as you are?
Okay. I'll not say it's kind of tough. It's just your mindset as a coach.
I mean, because coach is looked at as the father of the team mostly, instead of just somebody who's there to make sure that everyone works. But you have to take care of everybody's needs, their emotional needs, everything. I mean, how is that working out?
It's going quite well at the moment. I can't complain much about that. Though, just as we are saying here, it's us, by starting something like this, once kids were having kids at the ground, training with us, you end up to learn and get to learn more about the kids, even the other sides that you don't know about, because kids open up to you. Once they see, they become comfortable with you, they'll open up to you, even what's really
going on.
At home and all those things. So what do you do as a coach? You sit them down, you talk to them, have a chat with them and all that. And one of the biggest things that is really coming through, which is really stopping kids from playing football, is the same thing that he alluded to, is the school part. You know, parents only want their kids to do with school and all that.
So you think schools haven't integrated sports, even though they have a field?
Not that much. That's why we've been trying by all means with my co-founder here, just to
we visited I
visit
think 7 schools already.
Yeah, just to try and bring this program to them to the extent whereby we should be having these training sessions, because you know it's very difficult here in Zambia. Kids go to school at 6 and knocking off at 16. You know, where is the period for them to train? There's not that time. So we're trying to do that.
Our event at Indola Trust, you can just tell them about.
Yeah, we had an event just recently, last month, on the 18th up to 22nd of April, which was running at Indola Trust. We had trials. We had about 250
close
kids,
to 300
close to 300 kids participating in all age groups, starting from the under 9s, under 10s, 11, 13, 15, 17 and 19s. The response was so quite good that we thought to ourselves, if we can have this response in just 5 days, what if we start just a whole program?
What sort of help do you need? We got 30 seconds to do this. What sort of help do you want from the public?
So basically, you can find us on Instagram, Ndola City Football Club. We've just posted our flyer, registration, everything is there, including fees and all of that stuff. You'll see that the person who came in last month, Karol Gorski from Poland, is coming to be our technical director for 2 months. So you're assured of UEFA A standard coaching. So if you want to join and you don't want to miss out, you just go on our page. You can just search either Central City Football Club or Ndola City Football Club on Instagram or Facebook, and you will find all the details there. So it's 500 kwacha per month for the U19, under 9 to U19, both boys and girls, but only 25 slots per team. Why? Because we want to be efficient and successful. So secure your slot before the slots are done. So we need you to join right now for your future. Choose your city, build your future. Lusaka and Indola.
Like you, man. All right. So we're Medson Nguni, the organizer, and Johnson Chuli, the coach, and Lubunda Chiwe, who I know now why he's a co-founder on the show. But thanks for joining us, guys. And whatever you need, I mean, obviously, I don't know if you've heard about Sun Sports TV. It's part of Sun FM as well. And if you want to do anything, you want them to cover you on things like that, you're free to do so.
Would love that.
All right, it's 9 in the morning. We get out of here. Catch us tomorrow. We might have another entertaining show for you. It's 9 o'clock.
We're going to have, like, it's a definite must.
No, I might just wake up feeling different.
Time check at 9, brought to you by Trade Kings. Now, boom. Trade Kings, improving lives. The news headlines brought to you by Trade Kings. Now, boom.
My name is Ndekazi Lungu. Government has taken a significant step towards providing clean and safe drinking water by commissioning a new water reticulation system at Chuempala Police Station. The Prison Care and Counseling Association, PRISCA, has called on all political parties to take advantage of existing guidelines that allow them to deliver their manifestos in correctional facilities. The Zambia Union for All Persons Living with Disabilities has raised concerns regarding certain provisions in the recently enacted Cybersecurity and Cybercrimes Act, stating that the law may not fully support the rights and accessibility needs of persons with disabilities.
That was the news headlines brought to you by Trade Kings. Now, boom.